Yeah.
That's called potable water.
It's called potable water. Potable water. And now, here's our Herbie. And here's our world. We can show you inside. Let me hit the ball.
Are you taking us inside?
Yes. So, here is Mommy and Daddy's bed. And this is our sink. And this is our bed in the microwave cabinet. And the fridge. And this is the bathrooms. The bathrooms. Toilets. Our clothes cabinets. Our clothes cabinets. And this is our beds. This is Lisa's, and this is our toy boxes. Yes. Bottom functions. And
Go ahead.
here is a kettle to flush it.
Wait, I can't see with you both there.
Now,
How does that
when I
work?
flush it,
Quick.
use this. Ta-da!
You might be wondering about the shitter because sometimes the shitter does get full. So Steve is going to show you where and how you clean out the shitter, which we have done a few times. Go ahead.
The alternative phrasing is shiter. Those of you who know Bonnie would know what I'm talking about. But anyways, the way it works around here, all our toilet water and nether stuff goes down through some pipes, and there are a couple of tanks. We have a black tank that holds all the nasty bits in there, and a gray tank, and that holds just regular water like from the shower or the sinks or something like that. So once those things get full enough where it basically starts overflowing into your trailer, it's time to empty them. To do that, you have to wheel yourself over to a dump station, turn around and show it right over there.
Also not for drinking, obviously.
And once you arrive at that point, you have to hook up a hose to this little guy right here.
Where's the hose?
I'll show you. We have ours in our bumper. One end attaches on to our exit point there. This end here has a little device that attaches on. They can fit right into the hole that they have provided to access the dump tank. And then luckily stores right in the bumper so that you don't smell whatever you've had going through there. So you unscrew this cap here, attach your sewer hose on here, and then when you're ready to dump, you start with the blank tank, get the bad stuff out. You got to pull a lever here, and then it takes a few minutes to get everything out that has to come out. And then you push that back in. Very important, you have to push it back in.
What
Come over
happens
here.
if you don't push it back in?
Well, you can ask Rebecca that. She had a little bit of experience, not with the black tank. Luckily, it was the gray tank. That's with the regular water, or not the regular, but the shower water and sink water. Do the same thing on this side. If you don't push it back in, which has happened, once this thing is opened up, everything comes out.
With
Which
no
is-
warning.
with
and
no
it
warning.
smells, in case you were wondering.
Fortunately, Rebecca had gloves on at the time. But
Also
unfortunately,
thanks to Bonnie and her shiter foresight.
once that's all set, then you come take your hose, rinse it out. Luckily, they usually have a hose there that you can rinse it out with. And then you plug it back in, put this cap back on, and then you're ready to go. Until the next time.
Hi, I'm Ray, and this is the Ray Report. And today I'm going to tell you about Rocky the raccoon. He came right out of these woods. And he is a mask that's dark black around his eyes. It can help him see better at night. And they eat garbage. And they're mammals. And they can have 4 to 6 stripes on their tails. And Rocky is nocturnal. met him is, so we were in our camper, and Mom and we were inside snuggling up for bed, and he made a noise. And so we looked out our windows and we saw Wrecky Raccoon. So then, from every night on, we've been looking out our windows to see if Wrecky would come. We really like him. That's all for the Ray Report today. See you next time. Hi, I'm Joe, and this is the Joe Journal. And we're going to show you the park. Here are the slides, and there's lots more. Here is the twirly ladder. And here are the stairs to get up.
Mm-hmm.
And another ladder. And a fire pole to slide down. And here are the other two slides. Coming to the park is good for kids because you can go big and strong. Billy Shag. That's it for the Joe Journal today. I'm Joe. And I'm Ray. There's a fire, and where do the animals go? They go to a new home.
Why is the fire here?
Because there's smoke and stuff's burning. But don't worry, because they put lights and chemicals down, and the wind helps. Who's that?
It's somebody who came to look at the fire. Okay, so what did they do to get the fire to stop?
They did chemicals, and the wind helped.
And the wind helped stop it. Why do they burn it?
To get rid of the old stuff and bring on the new? Yes.
Awesome. Should we go and look at where the chemicals stopped?
Yeah.
Can you go show them where the chemicals stopped it?
Look up there, Bobby. It's like fire, but it's the sun.
Yeah. Show us where it stopped it, Annalisa.
It stopped right here.
Yep.
Because now it's all ground and better.
Yes. It's kind of stinky out here, isn't it?
And new grass is coming.
New grass is gonna come, right?
Yep.
If you're still watching, thank you for tuning in. The kids have been really busy taking pictures, researching, and getting ready with their reports to share with all of you. So we're just 2 weeks in on this adventure, and it's been about what we expected so far. Kind of exciting and also a mess. This was our 2 weeks to figure out what we're doing and get things worked out, all the little kinks. And those 2 weeks actually turned into 3 weeks because the kinks were a little more than we thought they would be. The first few days were cold. The kids were sick. We couldn't put water in Herbie because we didn't want the lines to freeze. We're talking 27 degrees at night. But then to add to the more realistic true pioneer lifestyle, the power didn't work. So we had a really hard time getting into Camping World to get it fixed because they're not really strong in this customer service department. So when we finally got it there, they had to keep Herbie for a few days. It still wasn't fully fixed because they had to order some parts. And that's why we're now staying in this area for a whole nother week. While they had Herbie for those days, we enjoyed a few days at Hotel Hyde with Oma and Opa. So that was fun. The kids loved it. We also realized our minivan, which was very, very, very loved, wasn't going to be able to handle the task of pulling Herbie all over the country, including through mountains, which is something we really wanted to do. So we bit the bullet, traded it in for a 2018 Chevy Tahoe. And the jury's still out on how we feel about it because the minivan was really our dream car. But anyways, we move on. So despite the kinks, we've also had a really great time. We've had a lot of visitors, which has really filled our hearts. The kids have been outside nonstop, and I mean, yeah, because there's really not anywhere for them to actually hang out inside, so they're going to be spending a lot of time outside. They've explored, they learned a lot already. Watching them build racky rinks, as they called them, planting dandelion gardens, riding bikes, enjoying sunsets, playing with some new friends they find at the park, cooking over the campfire. It's been everything we've pretty much hoped for. Steve has still been going into the office on most days. That has its goods and its bads. And I have become quite the experienced camper driver. And I've also mastered the laundromat, so that's good. I guess the most important thing after these 2 weeks is that we're all still here. We still like each other, and actually we still really love each other. So we are also finding out that we're more resourceful and we're more committed to exploring together than I think we were when we even started out. So that is all for today's first edition of the Ray and Joe Camper Show. But the kids are really excited to continue making them in the different areas that we visit and sharing with you some of their experiences. The last thing we're going to put up is an email address for Herbie and our adventure. And if you have any questions or anything that you want us to explain in future episodes, or if you just want to reach out and say, hey, the kids are going to be reading them as well. So feel free to go ahead and send us an email. We'll talk to you later. Bye.